shall we? Alright, so today after sauna games in the evening, I was thinking of trying something smaller. Let's see if you can actually hear this. Yes, okay, let's test. And maybe lower the music a bit. So, don't scream. In the evening, after sauna, let's make me scream. short as that. So, this after this, I was thinking of playing the Starfield and Don't Scream in the evening. So that's the general idea. No, I don't want to show that. Now we have Starfield. Okay. So that's at least that's working. So last time we were in a bit of situation preparing to treasure hunt. So there's a pirate treasure, or well, bank treasure basically, which Krieg's Legacy, which we are going to come and get from the near the magnetar. I'll call it magnetar. It's EM type of Jupiter, but I think it's more like failed star with huge magnetic field. So we are going to go there and try to bust the somehow it's game sounds are pretty low for me for some reason. Okay, not for you. Yeah, it's been a bit crazy.
Nice clean dock there.
As of lately, so.
This place even smells like deceit. We should make our business quick.
Yeah. The key. So what was our goal? The best there is Neva and Jasmine. Meet them on the key. This bay.
Ask Jazz about any ship upgrades. Nothing worse than a patch.
You're not showing me the...
All right, Jazz. What do you got?
According to the latest, the comm spike is being developed at UC Star Station SY-920. Location undisclosed.
Fantastic. So how do we disclose it?
We could lean on your smuggling contact. Call in that favor. You know who I mean.
Our friend on Jimson. Nice one, Jazz. I'll make the arrangements.
Let me adjust the volume a bit. Maybe move this to the other screen here. No. Much better. Much better. Yeah, but
All right, Rook. Next stop, New Atlantis. Your connection is Juan Dayu. She's got most of the premium UC smuggling routes locked down tight. If you don't piss her off, she should be able to sneak you past SY-920's security.
Just remember to count your fingers after you shake hands with her.
She would be wise to do the same.
I sure hope so. 'Cause she might be our only crack at finding a decent decryption device. Once Juan gets you past the guard dogs, it's gonna be on you to locate the comm spike. According to the data we have, it's in the prototype phase, meaning there should only be a single device aboard the station.
Basically, you break it, you bought it.
Interesting. Well, don't take any chances.
Nave is right. Just grab everything labeled comm spike that isn't nailed down.
Oh, and one more thing. SY-920 is a UC military installation. That means it's guarded by heavily armed troops. And we both know those idiots don't mess around. If you intend to turn the place into a shooting gallery, you might want to be sure you're hauling an arsenal, because you're gonna need it. She's got the clout to get you in the front door. They're gonna think you're part of a regular supply delivery. Beyond that, you and Juan are gonna have to put your heads together and come up with a plan. Perfect. That's what I like to hear. Okay, so I'm gonna arrange a meeting with Juan at Kay's place in the well. In the meantime, I'll make sure Jazz comes up with a solution to the electromagnetic atmosphere problem at Bannock 4.
Okay, you'll make sure. More like, get drunk while Jazz does all the hard work. Typical.
Privileges of rank, my darling. We'll discuss it a little later. And you, get the hell out of here. And don't come back without that comm spike in your cargo bay. The Crimson Fleet made contact with her about a year ago. We were searching for a smuggling connection in UC space, and her name kept popping up repeatedly, so I decided to put her to the test. Not only did she pass, but the results were off the charts. Made us both a ton of credits. That was good enough for me. Beyond that, I don't know much about her. But hey, as long as she keeps my gal bank account humming, she can keep all the secrets she wants. Hit me up if you got questions.
Yeah?
Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
Separation complete.
way, Captain. Sergeant Yumi was looking for you. Sounds like he's got more work. If this shift doesn't end soon, my man is not gonna be happy.
Just taking things one day at a time. You know how it is.
I'm not going to show up to work for a week. Then my boss will see how much she needs me and give me a raise.
I used to drink. Then, I met Jake. Now I don't. You might say safe.
I take it your neighbor's new recruit? Careful, the walls have ears. SY-920 is one of my regular stops, so I already have the necessary approvals. Neva says you're after a piece of UC tech. So to get it, we're going to need to get you on board. I can do that, but I have conditions. Good. If I can be candid, for this job to work, we'll have to do this my way. We take my ship, and you're a member of my crew. But make no mistake, once you board, the risk is entirely yours. This route is highly lucrative, and sacrificing it is not an option.
Do not mistake us for amateurs. We will get the job done without sacrificing your route.
I appreciate the confidence. I just want to remind you, this job calls for more discretion than your usual swashbuckling adventures. In any case, when you're ready, meet me at my ship. It's the Jade Swan. And make sure you're prepared for the long haul. Once you're on board SY-920, you can't come and go as you please. Only what I've been told. Get you on the SY-920, get you out if I can. That being said, I can be a better guide if I know what it is we're after. So, it's up to you. Interesting. When we get to the station, I'll see if I can pull any information on its whereabouts. Hopefully that'll make for a smoother trip. Enough to be on a first-name basis with the Marines working the comms. It also helps they want us to dock. A cargo ship means supplies, special requests, slates from home. In the void of space, a cargo hauler is a soldier's best friend. Less than you. And even if I did, I'm a smuggler, not a scientist. But if Delgado's after it, then I have a feeling there's a pile of credits waiting at the end of this job. So we better do it right. We'll talk more on the ship.
You'll be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving.
Any adventure you can fly away from. Is that how the saying goes?
SY-920 is a regular stop for all of us. Fair warning, security in there is pretty crazy.
As long as the credits keep rolling in, life's good.
Nobody can stop the Crimson Fleet.
All right, a few things to note. When we get to the checkpoint, UC military will be hailing us. Let me do the talking. Pretend you're a piece of cargo if you have to. Of course, I don't expect it to be.
The less talking all of us have to do, the better.
You'll get no argument from me. It'll be hard enough explaining why I have 2 new crew members. Now, like I said before, once we take off, there's no turning back until this job is done. If you need to take care of anything before we leave, do it. If you want to ask me any other questions, go for it. Alright, then get comfortable. We leave for SY-920 immediately.
All crew prepare for takeoff. Routing power to engine and grav drive. All systems go.
We'll grav jump the SY-920 from here. Don't worry about your personal ship. The fleet will make sure it's secure. You can take this time to prepare. Just try not to bother my pilot while they're flying.
Don't worry, Captain. I've spent half my life walking and chewing gum at the same time. I can handle a little banter.
Sounds like you're putting in a request for double duty.
Captain, I retract my earlier statement. For the record, I don't even like gum.
Noted. Just get us there safe.
Ah, hello.
Roger that.
All right, then.
You've entered secure UC military space. Identify yourself or you will be considered hostile.
This is Captain Huan Daiyu, cargo class ship ID UC 7938.
Howdy.
Requesting permission to dock.
Identity confirmed. Prepare your ship for scanning. You're cleared to dock at docking bay 2.
Looks like we're clear. We'll talk more once we're docked.
Yes? Hello.
Hey. Pardon?
You with the Jade Swan? Loading and unloading only. Stay clear of the military barracks. Cargo haulers are restricted to the cargo bay. You ever get a bee in your bonnet? Come to me. Hold up. This area is for SY-920 military only. Rules are rules. Can't let you in unless you're military. That doesn't sound like Commander Natara. She's the type to add more checkpoints, not remove them. Again? This isn't the first time they've done this. It was the same last time Vogel brought on new pilots. Yeah, I get that this place can be a maze. All right, fine. You're good. Just be quick about it. That goes for your friend, too.
We will be quick.
Hey, authorized personnel only. Only designated SY-920 UC military allowed. You're not even in uniform.
My back's fine. My ego is another story. You really need someone patrolling the barracks.
There's sensitive equipment up here. If it were up to me, the commander would have you monitor something less important. Like your career.
Ouch. I got feelings, you know.
Hey, at least something of yours works. Now suck it up.
I suppose that is ours now. Eh?
Things have gotten real tight since Commander Natara took over for Commander Woods. A lot of soldiers don't like it.
Yes? I keep whatever you give me, yes? That is the deal? I am happy to help shoulder the load. Ah, yes, we are done. Hope you can succeed at that before we are discovered. Is something amiss? Need to see what I'm carrying? Back to it then. What did you need? What have you got for me? Is that it, then?
The Marines on this station are some of the best in the galaxy.
Yes, what?
I was the kid who ate too much heel paste. Look at me now.
I find the interior of this ship comforting.
Excuse me?
Glad you're in the fleet. If you weren't, I would have killed you already.
Always looking for the next mark.
Ahem.
Hey.
Okay, we're in. First things first. The station is enormous, with checkpoints everywhere. To get past them, you'll need a military uniform. And to get a uniform, you'll need to get to the barracks. There should be a way through the vents. You can get to them via the maintenance store downstairs. There's an intercom there as well, where we can make contact. Once you get a uniform, it should be fairly easy to find an elevator to the command bay. But if at any point your cover's blown, I'm gone. Only military personnel are allowed out of the cargo area. That's why we need to get you to the barracks to find you a uniform. See you.
Pardon.
We need a lot of cargo to keep a station this size running. There's rumors Commander Natara was brought on to investigate.
State your business. Logging ensign level clearance. Go on ahead. Your friend there have the same clearance?
Of course.
Then you're both good to go.
How quickly can you get that done?
I don't recognize your face, Ensign. Are you new?
Stop right there, Ensign. All right, Ensign. Why aren't you at your post? Who's your commanding officer? Only authorized personnel are allowed here. Only senior officers report to the commander. Something doesn't seem right. Yeah, I remember now. I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here. That's what I'm hoping. Fine, I'll let you go, Ensign. But as soon as you're done with your task, you should return to your post.
I think you may be trying to take a little too much on. Literally.
Hey. Make it quick, Ensign. I'm busy with half a dozen spreadsheets that I'm pretty sure outrank you. And you know how the commander feels about breaking the chain of command. She hates it. Well, you've got a uniform. Ensign Peli-Rami, is it? Just use the computer in the security office and look up the code based on your last name.
Need your clearance code, Marine. All right, Ensign, let's hear it. You're clear, Ensign Zaremi. I assume the two of you are together?
Yes, we are together.
Then you're both clear.
Commander Natara, test flights for the latest prototypes are ready to go.
Acknowledged, Lieutenant. Inform them they are clear to launch.
You lost, Ensign?
Stop right there, Ensign. All right, Ensign. Why aren't you at your post? Who's your commanding officer? Only authorized personnel are allowed here. Only senior officers report to the commander. Something doesn't seem right. Why don't you just hold on for 1 second? Maybe I'm just being paranoid. Yeah, I hope so. Fine. I'll let you go, Ensign. But as soon as you're done with your task, you should return to your post. If you aren't assigned to this level, Ensign, you need to leave.
I don't know you, Ensign. You sure you have clearance?
I don't recognize your face, Ensign. You do?
If you aren't assigned to this level, Ensign, you need to leave. weren't assigned to this level.
Stop right there, Ensign. All right, Ensign. Why aren't you at your post? Who's your commanding officer? Only authorized personnel are allowed here. Only senior officers report to the commander. Something doesn't seem right. Yeah, I remember now. This isn't getting us anywhere. Look, I'd like to help, but... Fine, I'll let you go, Ensign. But as soon as you're done with your task, you should return to your post.
Why not just break it open?
I don't recognize your faces.
How are the tests for the comm spike going?
Dr. Vogel has put in a request for more personnel. It seems there was an accident.
It's always something with that doctor.
Not to change the subject, but are we concerned about the potential leaks?
No. Until you can provide more substantial proof, we'll simply monitor the situation at the cargo bay. For now, I've recommended to Dr. Vogel.
It is good to be back in our own ship.
I've heard the team is looking for more test pilots.
Yes, if you have experience flying, you should talk to Dr. Vogel.
I don't know. I've flown a Discovery class, but I'm not familiar with the newer tech.
Newer ships are generally easy to fly.
So, what's this big project you're working on?
Well, I can tell you, but then I'd have to kill you.
Really? Couldn't you just trust me?
No? Right out there.
Intercepting transponder data in the Alpha system might be promising. According to autocorrelation models, results in risk increased by a magnitude of 2. But we won't tell Commander Natar. What she doesn't know won't kill her. Wait, who are you? Why are you in here? Did you not see the sign? Oh, yes. I've been studying decryption of all types for quite a long time. Probably since before you took your first crab jump. Signal protocol, quantum ratchet symmetry, interleaving data extrapolation. You name it, I've lectured on it. I've probably forgotten half of it, but I definitely knew it once. Don't you mean access to the ship? Because the comm spike isn't a device, it's a module. It's attached to a prototype in one of our docking ports. We're still in the testing phase, running decryptions across a variety of signal types, but the results so far have been very promising. It can even interpolate signal data lost in the retrieval. It really is a wondrous technology. Yes, it's not quite cracking the Enigma code, but it will give us a significant tactical advantage. We'll be able to infer everything from battle plans to meal consumption. Not that we'd care about that sort of thing, outside of the effects of diet on combat readiness. And yes, there are certain kinks to be worked out, missing parts and the occasional traumatic injury here and there, but it's all part of the adventure. Yes, it's not the destination, but the journey that matters, particularly when the destination is death. But don't worry. We've corrected the problem with the ship's life support systems, and statistical models show a failure rate of less than 2%. In short, I've requested a full squadron of these brave and fearless Marines to be transferred to the station. They'll give the prototype a final run, and provided there are minimal casualties, we can present our findings to Mast. Splendid. That was fast. I thought I put in the request this morning. Normally my requests aren't given this much attention, let alone haste. It seems a tad suspicious. I see. It would have been nice if they kept me in the loop. I am the project lead, after all. True. And Commander Natar's checkpoints are very thorough. Too thorough, if you ask me, not that anyone does. All right, you've convinced me. You're the new test pilot. You'll need a uniform and a terminal password to authorize a flight and get past Natar's cumbersome checkpoints. The uniform you can get in the locker room area, the password you get from me. You'll find the prototype ship at Docking Bay 8. Use the password to access the flight terminals in the control center. And of course, best of luck. You are doing science a great service by undertaking this sacrifice.
I also wish to be prepared for. Any situation, but there are practical limits, no?
You'll find the prototype ship at Docking Bay 8. Use the password to access the flight terminals in the control center.
Yes?
I haven't seen anyone suspicious.
All quiet over here. Pilot. Everything looks clear.
Things have gotten real tight since Commander Natara took over from Command Woods. A lot of soldiers don't like it.
Taking off immediately, or are there other matters that require your attention?
Prototype ship, you are not cleared for takeoff. What's going on over there?
Unauthorized launch from engineering. All ships, secure the prototype. Arms online, let's dance.
I picked up something you might be interested in.
Join late for an appointment. Oh, this just got real.
Say the word, and we shall be on our way.
Prototype ship, you are cleared for takeoff. We'll begin the test on your departure.
Recording test flight data. Please adhere to the scheduled flight plan and let us know if you have any issues.
I have something for you when you have a moment.
Corco, that room of yours better be clean next time I go in there.
I'll get to it, Dad. I promise.
This ain't like getting around to it, Tony. You understand?
Smooth jump. Nice work. Fine, fine, okay. I'm going. All right, let's cycle that airlock and get aboard.
Well, well, well. Welcome back, Rook. Looks like you got a new toy for me. Go on in and give everyone the lowdown. We'll take care of things from here. That's a real nice ship you brought in. I can't wait to tinker with it.
Head on in. We'll take the ship to another port so Jazz can have a look. I always thought heat leeches were just pests. Never considered trying to raise one. UC will never crush the fleet. They'd have to catch us first.
There are UC bureaucrats that must be furious that this station has become what it is today.
Need something?
Nothing like the smell of a dead shark after you cook them with an energy.
As long as you put the fleet first, we won't have any problems. Yeah?
Some missions require stealing from. If you need credits, you know where to find me.
I used to work for a megacorp. Wore a monkey suit and everything. Seems like a different time.
Long live the fleet.
If you've got time to stand around, you've got time to do a job.
Good work bringing back the comm spike. But talk to Juan first if you haven't already.
Kinetics, electromags, energy weapons. Nothing. Your previous ship's being brought back to the dock.
We'll secure that ship for you.
The Crimson Fleet is not to be trusted, no matter your relationship with them.
If you need credits, hit up the mission boards at the core.
Sharks are too scared to take the key. Because it ain't no fun.
Been hearing some stuff about the Mantis being back.
In the fleet, you either put up, shut up, or die.
Are you looking to start something? Cause I'll finish it.
Nice to know Neva was right about you. It's good to have a promising rookie with the fleet. I won't deny I helped. Let's hope the compensation reflects that, huh? You bail before I can make the offer, but I'd like to buy you a drink to say thanks. It's the last time I'm paying, of course. Because if Delgado's right about Crix's legacy, you've earned more than your fair share already with that comm spike. Sounds like you're on board as a true believer. I have to admit, the way things are going, I'm starting to believe myself.
Whether Crix's legacy is real or not, we have a job to do, and we will see it through.
Anyway, I've kept you long enough. Now that you've had your drink, and my debt is paid, it's time for you to give Delgado the good news.
Bog's a softie, if you get to know him.
Rook? Too many missions, not enough time.
Ugh, there are a good many places I would rather be right now.
Need a drink? Bog at the Last Nova will be more than happy to take your credits.
I heard Isla's sister is some hardcore mercenary. I wouldn't get on her bad side. Samina can do more than patch you up. She's got a drugs of every kind.
Jasmine tells me that you not only brought us the comm spike, but an entire prototype UC ship. I'm impressed, Rook. Very impressed.
Should have taken the compliment, Rook. Dale doesn't give those out often. Juan gave us the full rundown of your little smash and grab operation. She gave you some really high praise. Said you were a pro.
And from what I hear, receiving praise from Juan Dayu is quite an accomplishment. All in all, a job well done. Now, on to the business at hand. Jasmine, are you there?
Yep, I'm here, boss. What's up?
How's it going?
I already have 2 of my crew tearing the ship apart from one end to the other. Comm spike shouldn't be too tough to extract. I'm looking forward to seeing what those UC techs have been up to.
Keep me posted. All right. That leaves our electromagnetic atmosphere problem. And I think we've discovered a solution. There's a corporation in the city of Neon called Generdyne. They're responsible for the massive conduction grid that powers the city. We get our hands on their electrical absorption tech, and Jasmine swears she can tame it to handle Bannock 4.
You damn right she can. My girl can piece together a jump engine with her eyes shut. Literally, I've seen her do it. Lost good money on that bet.
All right, let's not get carried away, neighbor. Now, why don't you give us the info on our Neon contact?
You get to meet up with the lovely Estelle Vincent. She's had her deft little fingers on the pulse of Neon for some time now. Whatever info you need, I guarantee she can get.
Estelle is one of the most reliable captains we have in the fleet. If I want something done, there's none of the typical bullshit. It gets done, and afterward, we all split the cash. No. There is no getting along here. You are going to do everything she asks. Follow her instructions to the letter. She is valuable to the fleet. You piss her off and we lose her as a contact, you're going to be answering to me.
We have dealt with more than a few of your captains. This one should be no problem.
You did right by one. But she's almost as green as you two. Estelle is different.
Estelle will be waiting at Madame Savage's place. I'd say don't keep her waiting, but chances are she won't mind. Girl loves her liquor.
And keep your eyes on the prize. Neon's one big distraction for people like us, so I want you focused. We are one step away from Quix's legacy, and we cannot afford any screw-ups.
Is Samina seeing anyone right now? Patient. I got it.
Ask Jazz about any ship upgrades. Nothing worse than a pirate ship with no
Everything seems to be where we left it.
I hope you're having a good day.
Nice clean dock, Captain.
It's tough not seeing any action, but securing a station like this is great.
Anything. It's good to have you back. What can I do for you?
Two reasons. First, Commander Akande's playing this operation extremely close to the vest. That means keeping prisoners under his own roof until this is resolved. Second, this is an undercover mission. For our safety and yours, we need to keep these prisoners out of the spotlight. Not really, no. I've learned to keep my personal experiences separate from the job. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate that you care. It's just that I don't feel like now's an appropriate time to be discussing these things. Let's just stick to the job at hand and concentrate on the mission. But, maybe we can talk about it some other time, okay? Let me know if you need anything else.
It seems you had quite the eventful mission on your hands. You still have the Crimson Fleet's trust, and you were able to spare lives in the process. But you did so with an abundance of stealth and restraint. That's exactly what we're looking for in a SysDef operative.
Then you are most fortunate you coerced us into helping you, not some half-mad spacer.
Excuse me, sir. I hate to interrupt, but there's still the matter of the comm spike to discuss.
Yes, of course, Lieutenant. Time is short, and we should get to the matter at hand. Please give me your report. That all depends on what you brought back from your mission. Aside from your eyewitness testimony, I assume you have the usual evidence that could lead to her incarceration?
I can take it off your hands once we complete your debriefing, but at the moment, I'm far more concerned about the comm spike.
With the acquisition of the comm spike, the fleet is one step closer to Kryx's legacy. And the more people we arrest, the greater the chance that your infiltration is discovered. We're working against the clock here, so let's start by discussing the status of the comm spike. Then it's just a matter of time before she reverse engineers it to fit the fleet's purposes. So what does Delgado have you doing next? Has he solved the Bannock 4 problem? The conduction grid?
That's brilliant, but is it actually possible? It's 80-year-old tech. Sorry, sir. The conduction grid is how Neon generates its power. It essentially absorbs lightning strikes and converts it to usable energy. It would take a hell of an engineer to modify the technology to handle Bannock 4's EM field. An engineer, like Jasmine Durand.
If that's the case, inform our contacts on Neon that our operative will be touching down there in the near future.
Absolutely, sir.
And before you depart, I wanted you to know that your efforts are helping us gain interest among my superiors. They're finally beginning to believe that we can take down the Crimson Fleet and make amends for the UC's embarrassing mistake. Of course I am, but it's a calculated risk. The fact that our common enemy owes its existence to the United Colonies, of course. It was the riot at the Lock, touched off by Jasper Kryx, that inspired him to create the Crimson Fleet in the first place.
Thanks to your assistance, we'll be able to rectify that mistake, and MAST will authorize an all-out assault.
It's long overdue. All right, I suppose that's all for now. I'll be looking forward to your next report. Good luck. And please, be careful.
What can I do for you? We'll be here if you need us.
It's tough not seeing any action, but securing a station like this... I've heard the technology in this station would make the FC surrender before we even started it. Everything looks clear. Sir, if I may speak freely, is there reason for the harsh reprimand? As far as I know, I just tracked a little mud into the brig.
Soldier, have you ever heard of trenchfoot?
Can't say that I have, sir.
Well, they say guards on Suvorov would sometimes trudge through cold, frost-wet trenches.
There you are. I was wondering when you'd visit. Should give us a little time to catch up.
All because...
Well, of course, what choice do I have? Thanks to my own stupidity, my second chance to return to the Crimson Fleet is long gone. And by the time I get out of prison, any hopes I had to return to that life will have fully disappeared.
You brought in any number of microbial life forms known and
Yes, well, apparently that's off the table as well. Trident tends to shy away from rehiring convicted felons. Well, anyway, glad you popped by to say hello. Now, if you wouldn't mind letting an old man get his rest, I'd appreciate it.
I will have the commander relieve you of it.
Yes, sir.
So you're saying I should be happy that you took me out of the line of fire? I have to confess, I never thought of it that way. Last thing I intended to do with my life was go out in a blaze of glory on Neva or Delgado's behalf. But at the same time, my freedom's gone. So I'm not exactly popping the cap off the vodka bottle and celebrating either. Oh yes, quite aggressively. The illegal team will very likely grind me into the dirt, and there isn't much I can do about it. The amusing thing is, I don't even think they care very much that the heist went down on their ship. That's a given risk for them. I think they're more embarrassed I was able to gain the position as captain of the Siren under false pretenses in the first place. That's the last time I trusted them again.
All systems are nominal. We are ready to depart.
docking seal released.
You'll be scanned as you enter the city.
I'm meeting my girlfriend for drinks at the viewpoint.
By the way, Captain, Sergeant Yumi was looking for you. Sounds like he's come.
nice to see a fresh face around here. You stop in whenever you... would like. Do you know why this place has stood for so long? I make sure everyone's comfy. I tell it like it is, and I don't take any shit.
So, when did you stop flying the Swan, anyway?
When the cargo became more valuable than the ship.
True. The fleet's got us real busy these days, and we are making good money smuggling all this contraband. But if any time was the right time for a break...
Hey, there's still work to do. I need to check with my contacts at the spaceport and find out what guards are on rotation when we leave port. Then it's back to the key to make sure Delgado gets his cut, and to make sure he hasn't cut us out. I worry sometimes that being in New Atlantis, we're missing out on the big scores. I know that old dog has something big planned. I can feel it.
Sheesh, that is a lot to think about. And here I thought the pirate life was carefree.
Maybe for some people, but that's not how I work.
Well, you feel free to plan our next moves from now to the new year. I'm all about living in the present and being where your feet are.
That's fine. Just make sure to wipe those feet before boarding my ship.
Everyone's welcome, so long as you keep your hands to yourself. Understand?
Want to challenge your instincts and hone those corporate skills? Ryujin is hiring.
That your ship that landed not too long ago? Sure is something.
Another day, another credit.
Holy
You'll be
shit!
scanned as you enter the city.
Now that we are here, what will be our next course of action?
Hey, Dad? Alright, let's see what's out there then.
Thanks, yeah, sure. I like that very much. You haven't asked me to do that in a long time.
Will you do funny voices for the characters? Like you used to when I was little? Looks peaceful from up here, doesn't it?
Just try and stop me. Oh, I never get tired of that.
We have a clean dock, right on the money.
Maintenance crews are the unsung heroes of the Vigilance.
The commander appreciates the sacrifice you've made.
Glad to hear it. Let's see what you got. Finally. We've been tracking the Jade Swan for almost a year, but Captain Dayus somehow remained one step ahead. Every time we've scanned that ship, it's come up empty. Well, she's not going to skate away this time. Nice work. Find anything else? Okay, fine. I know there's more out there, so keep on it. I'll be here if you have any more questions.
You've got something for me?
The galaxy's too big to be stuck in the same place.
Yes? Indeed I do. All yours. Yes, of course. You might find it absurd, but honestly, the Lodge. I have never been surrounded by such a remarkable group of people, present company included. It has been a very long time since I have been someplace that could possibly feel like home. There are worlds beyond count out there, but that feeling is rare and precious. I have done so in the past, when necessary, but I am not the best pilot, and it seems prudent to apply my skills where they are most useful. Lately, that means aiding you. And that, I think, has worked out very well. Honestly, I cannot answer that. So many years have been driven by survival in intense circumstances. Leisure time it's been in short supply. And I suppose I have conditioned myself to not think about it much. I do enjoy combat training, though I suppose that is hardly the answer you are looking for. You have given me something to consider. Thank you for that. If you wish to know more, I will be here. That is all? Very well.
Your ship smells so much better than Dad's.